In 2014 and in 2019, the BJP had a massive lead over the Congress when it came to shaping the narrative via social media. Will the 2024 elections see a more level playing field between the government and the opposition? Or will the narrative once again be dominated by the BJP's giant social media army? I want to begin this session by showing you where things stand on social media at this moment. What we've done is we've compared the social media reach of the BJP and the Congress on different social media platforms, and that will be up on your screen to give you a sense of where things stand. So this is BJP versus Congress on Twitter. 20 million followers for the BJP, 9.3 million followers when we last checked for the Congress. The BJP has an average of 371 retweets per tweet. Average likes is 1,000. The Congress has 514 retweets average, and average likes is 1,500. Let's now come to BJP versus Congress on Facebook. There again, the BJP ahead of the Congress by quite a fair distance. 16 million followers for the BJP on Facebook, 6.4 million for the Congress. 194 average shares for the BJP, 167 for the Congress. So the Congress's game on Twitter is stronger than the game on Facebook. But the BJP, once again, more than double the strength when it comes to follower count on Facebook. Let's now compare the two primary leaders of these two parties, Prime Minister Modi and Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi. The Prime Minister has 87.1 million followers on Twitter. Rahul Gandhi now has 22.9. Rahul Gandhi, though, gets more average likes per tweet. That's 34,300 odd likes, 9.2 average retweets. The Prime Minister gets about 4,000 average retweets. Let's now compare Mr. Modi and Rahul Gandhi on Facebook. 48 million followers for the Prime Minister on Facebook. Rahul Gandhi very marginal in comparison on Facebook with just 6.4 million. 9.7 thousand likes for the Prime Minister on Facebook versus 2.1 for Mr. Gandhi. That now brings me to our two speakers who are in the battlefield at the conclave. Amit Malviya and Supriya Shrinate. Amit Malviya at about 700,000 followers on Twitter. Following close behind is Supriya Shrinate at 577.2. Mr. Malviya has 1.7 thousand average likes, 512 average retweets. Supriya Shrinate just marginally ahead when it comes to average retweets, 869. Average likes is 3.7. With that, ladies and gentlemen, at the India Today Conclave, can we have a warm round of applause as I welcome and introduce Amit Malviya. He heads the social media, the giant social media army of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and trying to take him on is Supriya Shrinate. She's been a journalist, now heads the social media division of the Congress Party. Welcome, Mr. Malviya and Supriya Shrinate, and thank you so much for agreeing to join us here. I want to start by asking Amit Malviya about your sense of the competitive landscape on social media building up to the 2024 elections. In the last two elections, the BJP was heads and shoulders ahead of everyone else in the opposition. Do you think that the Congress party has been able to close the gap? In some metrics, they're actually ahead, even if the total follower count is much lesser than the BJP. Will the next election see a more level playing field on social media? Are you confident that you'll win on the ground and on social media in the same thumping fashion that you did last time? Mr. Malviya.
Thank you, Rahul. I think you've answered your question by putting out the statistics that you have just mentioned here. Well, beyond these numbers, the social media game is far more deeper and far more pervasive. And I think the BJP is far, far ahead of the Congress. The Congress can probably never even imagine to get to where we are. And it has much to do with Prime Minister Modi's leadership and the organizational footprint of the BJP. Let me explain both of those aspects, and I'll take a couple of minutes to set the agenda for this conversation. Any political party is characterized by its leadership, his vision, the ideology of the party, and the organization strength. Today, clearly, when it comes to Mr. Modi, he stands heads and shoulders above any other political leader in the country. He's not just someone who is the tallest leader in India, but has a global standing. He's somebody the world now looks up to, and that makes a huge impact. Much as we would like to believe that some of these narratives are very Delhi-centric or urban-centric, the truth of the matter is that with the advent of social media, there has been democratization of discourse, and everything that is said in Delhi reaches the farthest corner of this country. And it is not media that takes the message across, it is the social media that takes the message across. For me, as in charge of the BJP's Information and Technology Department, I'm not as much concerned about the conversations that go on in Delhi as I am about conversation in Bharuch, in back and beyond of Uttar Pradesh, in Far East, Northeast, in southern parts of the country, the smaller towns, and what are people thinking and consuming there. That's the first part of it. The second part of it, and I think that's where we just win the debate completely, is when you look at what governance actually means, what it means for the people of this country. And I will just put out some statistics to compare where we are today in 2022 as compared to where we were in 2014. Sure.
She's trolling you already.
No, I'm just saying 23. We are at 23.
But the comparative data that I will give out is as of 2022. So it is a comparison between 2014 and 22. The size of the economy, we were 10th in 2014. We are number 5 today. Share of global GDP, 2.6%. We are 3.4% today. Share in global trade and services, 2.0% in 2014. We are at 2.2 now. Share in global FDI flows, 2.1% in 2014, 6.7% now. Auto production at number 7 in 2014. We are at number 3 in 2022. Steel production at 4 in 2014, number 2 in 2022. Mobile phone manufacturing, number 12. We are today at number 2. Number of unicorns, we had 4 in 2014. We had 116 today in 2022. India's weight in BRICS, 14%. Today it is at 29%. India's weight in emerging market was 7% in 2014. It's 15% now. Climate change performance, 31 in 2014, number 10 today. Global Innovation Index, 83 in 2014. We are up to 46. WGI Governance Index, 103 in 2014, 49 now. Ease of doing business, 142 in 2000. No, I'm not done. You need to give me a couple of more minutes. We were importing locomotives, and today we are building trains. The inflation in India is lower than the United States for the last 16 months. I'm not done yet. The focus on infrastructure has been massive. We have invested in the last 9 years what we have invested in the previous 67 years, whether it is investment in coal, whether it is investment in ports, railway electrification, highways, urban airports, metros, ports, small, big, everywhere. Okay. No, I'm not done yet. This is the narrative that we are talking about. You talk about PLI scheme. We've invested $2.4 billion, employment, direct employment generation of 40 lakh.
We're fighting the election just
now. No, we are not. But I'm not done yet. That is the point that I'm trying to make. The narrative is about the work that this government has done and Prime Minister Modi has done. And I can go on for the next 30 minutes, which is the time for your schedule. But the thing is, this is how elections are won. So when we talk about social media, we talk about narratives, we talk about governance, we talk about achievements, we talk about development. And clearly, the Congress is no match when it comes to any of these aspects.